A workaholic architect, frustrated in his job but determined to make a better life for his family, is bestowed with a powerful universal remote that allows him more control over his life than he ever knew possible in director Frank Garachi's high-concept fantasy comedy. On the surface, Michael Newman, Adam Sandler, seems to have it all, yet with all the demands forced upon him by his ungrateful boss, David Hasselhoff, Michael finds that setting aside time to spend with his loving wife, Donna, Kate Beckinsale, and two picture-perfect children, Ben, Joseph Castanon, and Samantha, Tatum McCann, has grown increasingly difficult. When a frustrating bout with the television remote leads the overworked husband and father to a nearby bed, Bath & Beyond, in search of a universal remote with the power to control all of his electronic devices. A curious peek into the back room leads Michael into the company of eccentric employee and talented inventor Morty, Christopher Walken. It seems that Morty has created a device that will only allow Michael complete control over his television and stereo, but his entire life as well. As Michael discovers that the remarkable device has the power to muffle the barks of the family dog, zoom himself past an irritating quarrel with his wife, and even allow him to travel back and forth through time to different points in his life, the rush of being able to skip straight to the good parts in life soon leaves him feeling as if he's missed out on the total experience. Only when Michael begins to realize that he has lost control of his life and the remote is now programming him does he finally learn that life is as much about the moments he'd rather forget as it is the moments he will always remember. Jason Bookin and Ravi. PG-13 for language, crude, and sex-related humor and some drug references. Genre, comedy, kids, and family. Directed by Frank Garachi. Written by Steve Coren. Mark O'Keefe. In theaters June 23rd, 2006. Wide. On disc/streaming October 10th, 2006. Box office $137,340,146. Runtime 107 minutes. Studio Sony Pictures releasing. Watch it now on Amazon Prime, iTunes, Fandango Now, Vudu. People who also like this movie also like Click by Adam Sandler. Cast. Cast. Adam Sandler, Kate Beckinsale, Christopher Walken as Morty, David Hasselhoff as Amber, Henry Winkler as Ted Newman, Julie Kavner as Trudy Newman. News and interviews for Click. This weekly catch-up. No Damon as Kirk. Bart Simpson exposed. Kevin Smith wants Rosario Dawson, and more. Box Office Guru preview. Can Chuck and Larry beat up Harry? Box Office Guru preview. Transformers already dominating holiday week. Critic reviews for Click. All critics 169, top critics 42, fresh 55, rotten 114, DVD 15. As a moral fable, Click holds no surprises. As a Sandler comedy, it's unusually dark, occasionally touching, and pretty funny. Adam Sandler still coasts on American pop culture's peculiar indulgence of boys who won't grow up. It's a farce about loss, and it doesn't flinch. I think if you're going to have a David Hasselhoff type character, and you're going to have the flatulence type of humor, then just go in that direction. Don't try to put in all this sappy stuff. A domestic tragedy masquerading as a frothy frolic. The jokes don't come frequently enough in Click and aren't all that funny. Click brings up some very real problems about adult life, but it answers them with Hollywood platitudes. Granted, it's about having fun, not trying to find solutions to the problems of modern existence, but it still seems a bit disingenuous. A fascinating film with an unresolved comedy/tragedy axis. Click is a one-trick pony of a comedy. As a broad family comedy, this is perfectly acceptable, but from a sci-fi point of view, it's a very pale imitation of the time travel classics it seeks to ape. For all its competing aspirations, the movie just never clicks. Back to the Future? Back to the drawing board? Audience reviews for Click. This movie is garbage and is not very funny, the first and second act. So why am I giving this film an 80 out of 100%? Because the third act of the whole film is the biggest moment in a film where I've cried. And for an Adam Sandler film, I really wasn't expecting that. Adam Sandler's unusual charm and antics of childish humor and gags are displayed. But it takes a turn into the dramatic direction towards the end, which makes it hard to determine what kind of film this is. Click has its laughs. It's futuristic technology based. This movie has a huge heart. It's too bad that it's so bloody hammy. It's a reminder to not be a passenger in your life, to cherish the little things, to put family first, to not work all the time, etc. And overall, I'm glad I watched it. Not brilliant and not hilarious, which I fear a lot of. It's not your typical Adam Sandler movie, because the dumb humor that is his regular comedies is present, but the drama that surrounds and the core of story is way too good to ignore here. Adam Sandler steps up his game and around his performance, and it shows. Click quotes. P.S. Your wife's rockin' body still drives me crazy. Michael Newman, Kevin O'Doyle. Your dad's stereo blows? That's too bad. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Samantha Newman. Daddy, how much longer are you gonna live? Michael. 1 minute. Newman, Samantha. 1 minute? Daddy, not 1 minute. Michael Newman. Oh no, I'm not dying. I'm gonna live for 200 years. Is that enough for you and me? Michael Newman. Hey, there are families here. Show some respect, you pieces of shit. Firecracker teen. Shut up, old man. Michael Newman. Don't light another damn one. News and features. 200 essential movies chosen by RT staff. Renewed and canceled TV. What's on and what's gone. 56 rotten movies that we actually love. 135 erotic movies. Erotic movies ranked worst to best. Top headlines. Jamie Foxx is Spawn. James Mangold to direct Boba Fett spin-off movie. Transformers 7 loses its release date. $6 billion man bumped to 2020. Idris Elba is Netflix's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Men in Black spin-off adds Liam Neeson. Scarlett Johansson's Jojo Rabbit adds Rebel Wilson. Clint Walker, 1927-2018. Help. About Rotten Tomatoes. What's the tomato meter? Feedback. Critic submission. Licensing. Advertise careers. That's it. I'm not gonna leave the laugh.